Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this video I'm going to show you guys how I got my brows. I only did one brow on camera because I basically do the same thing for each brow. They're sisters, not twins. They definitely have their own characteristics and things like that. So yeah, these are my brows. If you guys want to know how I got this face, I will link the I will leave a link. I will link the video down below. This is still in the way. I don't know why I don't move it. It's comfortable to put my arm on and I feel relaxed and I don't feel so like I don't feel so much tension. I feel relaxed. But yeah, if you guys want to know how to get this makeup look, I'll link it down below. And then if you want to see how I get my brows, just stay tuned. All right. Bye. All right, guys, let's get started. So the first thing I like to do is just really assess the mood my eyebrows are in, because sometimes they're just super crazy or they need to be waxed, or I get a little werewolfy. So I had just got finished waxing my brows, so they're pretty clean, which is great. So right now all I'm gonna do is take the spoolie and just brush all of my hairs up, just so I can see what I'm working with. For me, just because I have pretty thick brows and most of my hair is kind of in that middle section, I like to start from the tail because that's where it's the thinnest, and I just kind of like to draw out my arch and also fill in like the tail of my brow. So I do take a little bit of that product and work it in the front of my brows, like the inner portion, but I don't like to put too much product over there just because my brows can get a little blocky if I do that, just because they're already pretty full on their own. It's good to have some type of transition into the thicker portion of my brows. So here I'm just basically showing you guys the areas that I need the most help in, which is kind of like my arch and then the tail. So as you guys can see, once I get finished sketching out the shape of my brow and kind of roughly filling it in, I'm going to go back in again and just make sure that there's not too many sparse areas that I've missed, especially towards the tail, which is my problem area. So I just like to make sure I go back in that area. And then I'm just basically showing you guys how I avoid my inner portion area of my eyebrows, and I just create a line underneath, and the line basically just helps to make a crisp line and make it to make it flow with the rest of my brow as well. And then after I draw that line, I just kind of flick my brush up, and by this time there's barely any product left, so I don't get that harsh line like I did before if I started at my inner corner of my eyebrows. So with brows, taking your time is key, especially if you have the time to just spend 15 minutes on your brows. Do so. It frames your face. It's what people see first, and it can change your entire look. So I like to just take my time, make sure I didn't miss any areas. I go in with light product first, just so I know that I'm not overloading the product too fast. So once I get my brows to my desired liking, I like to go in with a concealer. I'll have the concealer name in the description box below because I completely forgot what this name is. But I know it's from LA Girl Pro Concealer. This one is amazing and completely affordable. So I just take the brush that it comes with, get a little product on the back of my hand, and then dab that brush into it, and I just line underneath my brows. This helps create more crisp, like a more crisp brow. It's not like I said Chris Brown, crisp brow, but and then I just fill that in on the rest of my lid, and this just helps me take the discoloration off of my eyelids and prep my eyes for eyeshadow as well too. So I'm just filling that in. I don't usually put any product on the top of my brow because that's when you get that like Caspery ghost along there. So yeah, so now I'm just using my very dirty beauty blender, and I'm just patting and blending in that concealer. And then on the back here is just my translucent powder from Mercier.
Translucent powder.
And I'm just going to pat that on there to set that all into place. Now, if I do go in with any concealer on the top part of my brow, it's going to be towards my arch and the tail. I don't go any further than that. I just would do the arch and the tail if that part seems like it's a little muddy. In here, I'm just taking the spoolie. You guys can see what I'm doing, but I'm going to explain it just in case. But I'm just going to take the spoolie and just brush everything up. And then any excess hair, just kind of brush it to the side. So here are my finished brows. I hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, and share.